Welcome in the organic chemistry online lecture series. Today we are going to study about this furanose form of the D-glucose. In previous two videos we have seen about the pyranose form of D-glucose, how to obtain pyranose form of D-glucose in Haworth form as well as in chair form. So all this we have seen in the previous videos. Today we are going to see this, that is furanose form of the D-glucose. So first of all, we need to understand what is a furanose form of D-glucose. So you just remember that a five-membered oxide ring structure of D-glucose is known as its furanose form. So it is very simple to remember. A five-membered oxide ring structure of D-glucose is known as its furanose form. So there are two furanose form of D-glucose. The one is alpha D-glucofuranose, okay, and second one is beta D-glucofuranose. So we'll see one by one how to obtain this alpha D-glucofuranose and beta D-glucofuranose. The most important thing to do this is to remember the structure of glucose. So I will draw here the structure of glucose first of all. So the first carbon is aldehyde carbon and the last carbon is CH2OH. In between there are four carbons, okay. So here will be hydroxy group, here will be hydroxy group, and here hydroxy. Only the third carbon, you have to remember, OH group is on the left hand side, okay. So this is a glucose. So why it is D-glucose? Because the second last carbon is having hydroxy group on the right hand side, so we can call it as a D-glucose, okay. Now to obtain its furanose form, we have to form a five-membered ring. So when five-member ring will form, if we attack this fourth number OH, okay. So if C1 carbon and C4 carbon attacks each other, say for example this is a hydroxy group of this C4 carbon, okay. So when this hydroxy group attacks on this carbonyl carbon, there is a formation of five-member ring. So you can count here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and this forming 6, okay. So I will draw here the open chain structure of this ring form. So you know this is anomeric carbon, resulting carbon is having four different groups. So if the OH group is on right hand side, then it is called as alpha anomer. So first of all I will write the structure of this alpha anomer, okay, and then I will write the structure of this beta anomer, CH2OH, okay. So this OH is as it is, second last. So this is the ring form which is obtained, and these two rest of the groups will be as it is, okay. So you see here this hydroxy group is on RHS, this is anomeric carbon, and so we can call it as alpha D-glucofuranose. Now why furanose? Because a five-membered ring is there, and we can draw its beta anomer. So you just have to write down OH group on left hand side and rest of the things are as it is, okay. So CH2OH, HOH, the rest of the things are as it is, OH, H, OH and H. So this is the beta D-glucofuranose form. So these are the two anomers which are generated due to the ring formation. Okay, so I will once again explain what happened. The hydroxy group which is present on carbon number 4, okay, that hydroxy groups attack on this carbonyl carbon to form this alpha D glucofuranose and beta D glucofuranose. Now why this is called as alpha? Because OH group is on right hand side. Why this is called as beta? Because hydroxy group is on left hand side. All other things are same, all other structure is similar. Now this is a Fischer projection oxide rings of this alpha D glucofuranose and beta D glucofuranose. But as I explained earlier, as I explained in earlier videos, this doesn't looks good. This structure looks strained. So actually this is not observed in nature in this form. So these structures are represented in the Haworth form. Okay, Haworth forms. So I will write here the Haworth form of both these alpha D glucofuranose and beta D glucofuranose. So before writing the Haworth form, you just remember that in Haworth form, the to obtain the Haworth form, you have to do one thing. You have to observe the open chain structure of open chain oxide ring structure of this alpha D glucopyranose and see the groups which are on right hand side of this Fischer projection. You have to draw them below the plane in Haworth form. Okay, and the groups which are on left hand side, you have to draw them above the plane of this Haworth form. So first of all, I will draw a 5-member oxide ring here. Okay, so this is for alpha, and the second ring I will draw for beta. Okay, so here I will draw groups as well. Okay, so suppose this is for alpha D. First of all, we'll draw the alpha D glucofuranose. Now you see here, this is anomeric carbon. Okay, consider this as anomeric carbon. Okay, so the OH group will be here, then there will be again OH group, then there will be H. Okay, and then there will be H. Okay, and here there will be HCOH and CH2OH. Okay, so consider this as a carbon number 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now these are the groups below the plane. Similarly, you can draw the groups which are on left hand side to above the ring, I can see. Okay, so here will be H, here will be H, here will be OH. Okay, so this is the structure of alpha D glucofuranose. So it is very simple to draw the structure. So just the groups which are on left hand side in Fischer projection, you have to draw them below the plane, and the groups which are on left hand side in the Fischer projection, you have to draw them above the plane. So this is the alpha D glucofuranose and this is the anomeric carbon, remember. Now similarly we can draw the structure for beta D glucofuranose. So just write down the groups which are on right hand side below the plane. So here will be H. Okay, here will be OH, H, H, here will be HCOH and CH2OH. Okay, now again we can draw in this way. Okay, so this is the structure of beta D glucofuranose. So both these are the Haworth form of this alpha D glucofuranose and beta D glucofuranose. So this is all about the furanose form of the D-glucose. I will explain once again. Okay, So what is furanose form? Furanose form is nothing but a 5-membered oxide ring structure of D-glucose. Okay, that is known as a furanose form. So there are two furanose form possible. One is alpha D-glucofuranose and another one is beta D-glucofuranose. Okay, so to draw them, we need to write first of all a structure of D-glucose, and the structure of D-glucose is like this: a CHO group at carbon number 1, and then a CH2OH group at the bottom. In between there are 4 carbons having hydroxy group and H group. Okay, so to form a 5-member oxide ring structure, what we have to do? We have to attack the hydroxy group which is on carbon number 4. We have to attack by this hydroxy group on carbonyl group in this way. Now this resulting carbon will become anomeric carbon. Okay, so if the resulting OH is on right hand side of this anomeric carbon, and such a structure will be called as alpha D-glucofuranose. If the resulting OH group is on left hand side, then the resulting structure is known as beta D-glucofuranose. So these are the oxide ring structures or furanose form of the D-glucose in Fischer projection. But actually by observing this, it doesn't look good, because this bond between C1 and C4 are properly not oriented and look strange. So the molecule is not well organized here. But actually these molecules are in the Haworth form. So how to obtain the Haworth form from this Fischer projection form? It is very simple. Just draw a 5-member ring first, and then consider alpha D-glucofuranose and the groups which are on right hand side of this Fischer projection formula. All these groups should be written below the plane of this ring, and the groups which are on left hand side of this Fischer projection, all you should write above the plane of this ring. So it is called as alpha D-glucofuranose. Similarly, you can draw the structure for this beta D-glucofuranose. So this is all about the furanose form of the D-glucose. So in the incoming videos, we will see the ring structure of aldopentoses, like a pyranose form of D-ribose and furanose form of D-ribose. So for today, we'll stop here in this video, and we'll meet in the next video with new concept of this topic, carbohydrates. Okay, so we'll stop here. Have a nice day. Thank you.